We have all been told a lie, a very comforting lie, but a lie nonetheless. The lie is that hard work alone guarantees success. That if you just put your head down, grind it out, and clock in more hours than anyone else, you'll eventually get everything you have ever wanted. But what if I told you that this belief is not just incomplete, but it is a form of psychological control? What if the relentless glorification of hard work is actually a trap designed to keep you compliant, tired, and exactly where you are? This isn't a conspiracy theory. It's a deep dive into the darker, often unspoken, principles of human psychology that govern our world. Make sure you like this video, subscribe, and share to create awareness. Think back to your school days. What were you rewarded for? Sitting still, following instructions, completing assignments on time, and not questioning the curriculum. You were trained to be a good worker. The system wasn't designed to create innovators, rebels, or strategic thinkers. It was designed to produce a workforce that values obedience and equates effort with worth. You were conditioned to believe that your value as a person is directly tied to how hard you work. This conditioning is so deep that many of us build our entire identity around being a hard worker. There is a certain nobility we attach to it, isn't there? We wear our exhaustion like a badge of honor. I'm so busy. I pulled an all-nighter. I'm completely swamped. These are not complaints. They are status symbols in a culture that worships the grind. We cling to the identity of a hard worker because it feels virtuous. It makes us feel like we are doing the right thing, that we are paying our dues. But this identity is a cage. It makes you easy to manage, easy to exploit, and easy to predict. You become a reliable cog in someone else's machine, and you do it willingly, even proudly. Here is the first dark psychology rule you need to understand. A tired mind does not rebel. Constant fatigue is one of the most effective tools for control. When you are perpetually exhausted from working long, hard hours, you don't have the mental energy to be curious. You don't have the capacity to question the system, to look for a better way, or to strategize your escape. Your only focus is surviving until the weekend, getting a few hours of rest, and then starting the cycle all over again. Your creative spark, your ambition, your desire for something more, they all get extinguished by sheer exhaustion. The system doesn't need to build walls to keep you in. It just needs to keep you tired. Before we proceed, make sure you like this video and subscribe. This leads us to the great time trap. Most people are stuck selling their time for money. An hour of your life for a fixed wage. The problem with this model is that you have a finite number of hours in a day. You can only work so hard before you physically and mentally break down. You are trading your most valuable, non-renewable asset, time, for a limited resource, money. The wealthy don't do this. They don't sell their time, they buy systems. They build or invest in businesses, assets, and technologies that work for them, even when they are sleeping. They buy the time of hard workers to operate those systems. While you are busy selling your hours, they are busy buying up freedom. This isn't about being lazy. It's about understanding that your personal effort can only scale so far. This is the critical difference between being busy and being stuck. Many people mistake motion for progress. They are constantly busy, running from one task to the next, answering emails at midnight. But their lives aren't actually moving forward. They are just spinning their wheels faster and faster in the same spot. It's motion without direction. You can row a boat with all your might, but if you are not pointed toward a destination, you are just tiring yourself out in the middle of the ocean. Strategy is the rudder. It's the conscious act of pointing your boat toward the shore before you start rowing. Without a strategy, hard work is just a way to feel productive while you are actually stuck. At some point, you have to have a reality check. You have to wake up and see the game for what it is. The system isn't designed for your success. It's designed for its own perpetuation. The lie that hard work is the only key is told by those who benefit from your labor. They need you to believe that climbing the ladder, one painful step at a time, is the only way up. Because if you ever stop to look around, you might notice there is an elevator in the corner. You might realize that the people at the top didn't necessarily work harder, they worked smarter. They understood the rules of the game that you were never taught. They played a different game entirely. This brings us to the second dark psychology rule. Silence is strength. The person who makes the most noise, who constantly talks about how hard they are working, is often the one with the least power. They are broadcasting their every move, seeking validation for their efforts. The truly powerful and strategic players move in silence. They observe, they plan, they position themselves. They don't announce their intentions. They let their results do the talking. Strategy doesn't need while everyone else is busy competing in a shouting match, they are quietly moving their pieces on the board, waiting for the perfect moment to checkmate. An audience, it needs focus. Think about how motivation is often used as a weapon against you. Corporate rah-rah sessions, inspirational posters, hyped-up gurus, they are all designed to create an emotional high. They get you fired up to go back and work even harder within the same broken system. This emotional rush feels good, but it's temporary. It clouds your judgment. True strategic thinking does not come from a place of high emotion. It comes from a place of calm, detached observation. It requires you to step back from the emotional roller coaster and assess the situation logically. The system wants you motivated and emotional. A strategist stays calm and calculating. The core difference is hard work versus leverage. Hard work is applying brute force. It's trying to push a boulder up a hill by yourself. Leverage is finding a long enough lever and the right fulcrum to move the boulder with minimal effort. Strategy is the art of finding and applying leverage. In any situation, there are key pressure points, moments of opportunity, and relationships that can create a disproportionate impact. The hard worker tries to solve problems with more pressure. The strategist solves problems with more precision. They identify the one or two key actions that will create a domino effect and render all the other hard work unnecessary. This is why your energy is your most precious currency. Every minute you spend on low leverage, grueling tasks is a minute you can't spend on high-level strategic thinking. Hard work drains your energy reserves. Strategy preserves and focuses your energy on what truly matters. The system wants you drained because a drained person can't strategize. A strategic person fiercely protects their time and energy. They say no to things that don't align with their goals. They delegate, they automate, they eliminate. They understand that their capacity for deep, focused thought is their greatest asset, and they refuse to squander it on busy work. Have you ever noticed the quiet winners? The ones who seem to come out of nowhere and achieve massive success. They weren't just lucky. They were playing a different game. While everyone else was scrambling for immediate rewards and recognition, they were patiently building their position. They were acquiring skills, building networks, and waiting for the right wave to ride. They understand that timing is everything. It's better to be a mediocre surfer on a perfect wave than a world-class surfer in a flat ocean. They don't fight the current, they study it. They wait for the opportune moment, and when it arrives, they act with decisive force. Their success looks effortless because all the real work, the strategic work, happened in silence, long before anyone was watching. So, how do you protect yourself from this psychological trap? The ultimate shield is awareness. You have to start by simply being aware of the game being played. Recognize when your identity is being tied to the idea of being a hard worker. Question whether your busyness is leading to actual progress. Analyze who truly benefits from your long hours and your exhaustion. Awareness allows you to detach. It gives you the space to see the matrix for what it is. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. And once you're aware, you can start to make different choices. This is the shift. The shift from working in your life to working on your life. It's the shift from being a player in someone else's game to becoming the designer of your own. This doesn't mean you stop working. It means you stop working blindly. Every action becomes intentional. You start asking different questions. Instead of, how can I work harder? You ask, what is the most leveraged action I can take right now? Instead of, how can I do this task? You ask, does this task even need to be done? Can it be automated or delegated? You start thinking in terms of systems, leverage, and positioning. In the end, the world doesn't reward hard work. It rewards strategy. It rewards value. And strategy is how you create massive value with intelligent effort, not just more effort. The system is designed to extract value from your time. Your job is to turn the tables and start building systems that create value for you. Stop glorifying the grind and start glorifying intelligence, leverage, and strategic patience. The uncomfortable truth is that you can work yourself to an early grave and still end up with nothing if you playing the wrong game. It's time to learn the rules, change your strategy, and start playing to win. Thank you for watching. If this resonated with you, consider subscribing for more insights into the psychology of success. Until next time, work smart, not just hard.